What is ZÆTHER? This is a really interesting question. So ZÆTHER is a new company, newly launched, and truly it's spun off because we really recognize that there is disruption happening in the digital market, how technologies are being used by our industry partners within life science, and we recognize that we need to come at this with a different approach. We need to build the capabilities of our company in a different way so that we can really drive new technology forward. And I look forward to talking a little bit more about how we're thinking about things, how we're approaching these 4 primary pillars so that you can start to understand what we're seeing as new, what we're seeing as how things can be driven, and why we're positioning ourselves this way and reforming around these new capabilities now that we're in this disruptive environment. You know, truly though, everything comes back to really first principles when it comes to making this link between digital technologies and physical process, making a link between my physical assets, whether that be within a plant or outside the bounds of the plant, within your supply chain, within the clinics and hospitals. It's also getting the most production out of your assets, getting the most value out of your assets, as well as quite frankly making sure that the quality along that entire value stream meets the standards and rigor within our industry. So what are we going to talk about today? I'm going to go through 3 bullets. First, I want to talk about what I mean by this digital disruption and why it's important and why things are shifting and why you may feel overwhelmed by your IT, OT staff and what they're trying to do. We're going to talk a little bit about what the state of digital transformation is from a thinking perspective, like how we're thinking about solving problems, how we're changing the way that we apply our design, and then lastly, how do you set your organization up for success? What I will not be talking about today, and what I'm trying to steer away from, I'm not going to be talking about what is 4.0 or what is 5.0. I'm not going to be throwing a list of technologies at you to say, hey, look at this cool thing we're doing with augmented reality. Look at this cool thing we're doing with data analytics or machine learning or blockchain or any of the other terms that are probably making you feel anxious because you feel like you need a team that's going to be solving this problem and where it's going. I don't want to get into that. What I'd rather get into and what I want to focus on today is how we think about our structure, how our design thinking is changing, so that when it gets to the point where you want to investigate some of these technologies, how do I bring some of these different things together? How do I get value out of the promise of those technologies? I want you to understand how your digital counterparts, your IT and OT counterparts are coming to this and how we can partner together to really drive these solutions forward.